Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? And can you see me? Please type in the chat box if you can hear me here and if you can see me. Thank you. Thank you. So, welcome to day 2. We are creating money. The abundance check, which I showed you last time, is on the way to reach you. And the way which I am going to teach you is the way. So, friends, now I would quickly love to work on your energy. As you know, that money is speed. Money loves speed. And your energy will decide the speed. So let us do an activity wherein your vibration, you will come at high frequency. Because then when you will do this today's lesson, it will sink in you. And the whole idea is not to take only the knowledge. Knowledge is just 20%. I want this to sink inside you. So thank you so much for choosing this 1 hour to be with me, and we will be creating together money. So now I would be sharing with you. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Till that time, I want you to do the prayer of invocation, which I have actually shared with you. All divine gods, angels, holy masters, ministers, may you be blessed today to have all this knowledge and wisdom of money in your life. Actually, I would want to share a heart chakra video so that I can work on your heart. And how I would be doing this is, actually we have to go through a process wherein you have to connect with your heart. So this heart meditation, it is just we will do for 3 minutes while I will give you the whole lesson, which you can work on yourself. So it's now hopefully you can hear that. So I just want to share. Can you hear it? Can you hear? You can hear, right? Just see your energy. Imagine yourself that you are safe under a white light. You are seeing God, you are experiencing God. Take deep breaths. Thank you so much. You can please open your eyes, and I want you to do deep breathing with your belly breathing. Volume is low. Okay. Okay. Maybe volume is too low. Okay. So I will be actually giving you this heart chakra meditation so that you are able to really feel the expansion within yourself, because 80% your inner expansion will decide your outer world. 80 is to 20. You can write it. 80 is to 20 is the formula for law of attraction abundance. That 80% you have to, from inner self, you have to feel an expansion. And once again, I'm repeating, as you are seeing me wearing red color. So red color is the color of your root chakra, which is the prosperity chakra. And at present, I am having, if you will see, this is the prosperity protocol. This is an advanced stage. So can you see, there is so much to learn in money, that this is a prosperity protocol. Can you see step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and there is another page again. So money is a subject to learn. This is what I want to put in front of you. And you are open to receive this wisdom, because money is so beautiful. And when money comes in people's hand, like you good people, the use of money is in goodness. So are you ready? Type ready in the chat box, as this is day 2 and we are starting the work. Today we will analyze your blocks and we will dissociate with these blocks. Today's day is very, very, very important. So I hope you are ready with your notebooks. So 3 ways, your money blueprint. Thank you. Thank you. The buzzing chat box, the comments will actually come in my energy. And I also need a lot of energy because the subject is money. So now here 3 ways. 3 ways how your money. We saw that previously, and now again you are invited to let's start the work. So you saw that there was a verbal programming which you have undergone and which you have seen when you were 0 to 7 years. What you heard about money. Yes, 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 really. And the modeling, you were consciously or unconsciously modeling your parents or people in your environment with whom you were very influenced. Now, this influence can be positive or negative, both. Need not be only positive influence. So, if you saw somebody in your village, in your town, in your city who was respected for money, you will get that influence. Now, the third way your psyche and your money blueprint got formed was the event and experience you had. What all past event and experience you had around money. So now, write down everything you feel about money, wealth, about rich people, which you heard as a child. Like, for example, if you will see here, I am helping you and I hope you are doing this exercise. So I am starting with how your verbal programming and your belief system has formed. And this is very critical. So do this work as I am guiding you, because this is going to alter your life. Otherwise, you will be busy in your lives, all the endless to-do list and so much responsibilities which you already have. So did you see this verbal programming? People saying money is the root of all evil. Like money is the root of all evil. I have heard this in my childhood. You have to work hard for money. I have heard from my own father. My both parents are very hard-working parents. So there was a lot of conversation around hard work, hard work. While latest scenario, there is no such thing as hard work, which will give you real results. There has to be happy work and there has to be smart work. A rupees pay for a rupees work. People pay only what work they get done from you. It's not right to have a lot of money when others are so poor. Striving for money won't allow much time for anything else in life. Life, if you are working for money, you will not get time for anything. This is also a block. It takes money to make money. You can't get rich doing exactly what you love. You have to choose positions and professions wherein you can make money. This is also a block. God will make me rich, poor, or middle class. Sometimes we think it is a destiny. The investment world is complicated and hard to understand. So, which block can you relate to more? Can you type in the chat box which are your blocks? One block at least, so that I know that yes, this exercise, this verbal modeling is making sense to you. Or if you feel there is some other block, you can share in the comment. Please type in the comment. Yeah, you have to work hard for money. Yeah, very, very true. It's not right to have a lot of money when others are so poor. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Others also please share. Work hard. Okay, you got in your programming, work hard. Now you can see that. And once, let me tell you the good news. You are aware. You can see your patterns, because you are an automated machine. You are just a combination of some good and bad patterns, which you can say is your habit. Habit is something which your body and mind does unconsciously. Like it enjoys it. It is not a burden. For some people, it is like exercising. It becomes a habit for them. So one more share is, I am waiting for another share, but we'll go move forward. Please be fast in sharing so that I know that you got this exercise. Now I request you to please do a second exercise. Describe your financial situation and each parent or adult guardian habit and the way around thinking and being around money as you were growing up. Also describe who you might be similar to or opposite in, and it which ways. So here when I am sharing my life, you can see yours. I saw my mother, who was like a very a planner, a good manager, a good, every penny was being handled by her well, but there was a lot of discussion and she dominated the discussion, and somewhere my father was the one who was a listener and she was the one who was the executor and a dominant one. So now here my patterns, if you will see, I didn't like those fights. And as a child, I learned that I have to earn a lot of money. And in my subconscious, it was all like money, money, and restless around money. And then the programming happened negatively. I am uncomfortable with money. I earlier, these are the times earlier, I used to feel inconfident of money. These are all behavior of my father. So my father, he never used to keep even 1 rupee with him. Always he used to ask my mother for the money. Is it strange? But this is a real story I'm telling you. Even 1 rupee, 10 rupee, 100 rupee, he, for the petrol or for his whatever, there is something pan, we say pan, we have. He used to ask little money and then he used to keep in his pocket. He never used to keep any wallet. So actually my psyche, because I loved my father more, and I don't know how come I picked that this behavior from him, and I repelled the behavior of my mother around money, to be organized, all good things around money which she had. I just crossed it. I just I resisted to it. So whom do you think you relate to more when I am sharing mine as a child? Because see, human behavior is more in the childhood. How we do modeling is monkey see, monkey do. Because as it is said, apples don't fall far from the tree. So even you are near your parents only, and we model our parents. Like how do you model? There are some ways. I am giving you clues now. Listening to this, you please start writing yours so that you can share in the chat. What were they like? What were your parents like in the arena of money? Like my mother was very, very good manager, efficient manager, because her father was a very good businessman and he was quite literate also. In the Britishers' time, he was holding some position, so he was quite learned also. While my father was very casual around money and could not take decisions. He was a very soft kind of person, and my his father, if I will see, was a farmer, uneducated farmer. So this was, can you see the background, and their parenting had an impact on them. That is why I'm sharing with you. While though both of the people had a lot of money, even my great grandfather from mother's end also had money because he was into business. He was a shopkeeper. And even my grandfather from my father's place was also rich because he was a farmer and he had huge lands and only two sons. So can you see how your parents are like? And did one of the parent or both of them manage money well or mismanage money well? Can you please recall and can you write it? In my case, mother was managing well and father was like not like absolutely, non-participatory, not interested. Because my father, if you will see, he was a scientist. I'm giving you a background. You also see, so he was more into research and other things, and that was an excuse for him not to know money. Now were they a spender or a saver? So my mother, she was quite, I have to appreciate her, she was from the start a very well balanced person. The only problem which now I see, and I'm not judging her, was her communication. Otherwise, she is an absolutely fantastic person, because my mother is still there. My father is no more. And my father was an extreme saver, which I am not. Which I am not. I am a spender by personality. Were they shrewd investors or were they non investors? Please see, write about your parents. My mother was a not shrewd investor, but a very good investor. And my father, a non investor. Were they risk takers or conservative? My father was conservative, my mother was a risk taker. Because even she was she had her own businesses. After marriage, also, she had her own businesses. Was money consistently there, or there was flow, more sporadic? Sporadic, you will see flow like on and off, a big money coming and then there is no money. So in my case, there was a consistent, because there was a government income. So there was a consistent money. But what I can recall now also as a child was within first week, 10 days, the whole money used to finish. It used to go to loan, it used to go for payments, it used to go for our four siblings' fees. And there was no money after 10 days. Did the money come easily in your family, or it was always a struggle? The money came easily, but it was always a topic of fights and discussions. And I could feel lot of struggle in relationships around money. Was money a source of joy in your household or the cause of bitter arguments? I saw it very clearly that it was a source of bitter arguments. Now, some more examples for your belief, how it got. This isn't the right time for me. Do you experience this? So this is also a block, if you will see, as an example, and you can relate to it. This isn't the right time for me for going for it financially. Like, I will do this course later. I will invest in this share later. I will take this money decision of mutual fund later. Somewhere in your heart, sometimes you have to check now, check now. I don't really want to be rich. Do you really want to be rich? Just check what is your heart saying. I don't have to manage my money because I hardly have. You feel there is no money to manage. While I want to thank you for sharing. I associate with my father. He used to earn a decent money, but he used to give or donate to others, but not asking back, as he thought it would spoil the relationship. So, can you see that money is spoiling the relationship? That he also had this in his mind as a block, and he was giving money generously. Then my father done lot of hard work and done better plan by my mother. Okay, thank you for sharing. So let me tell you, money management, you can write it more than earning money. It is how you manage money. So even 1 rupee you earn, there is a management. Even if you save 1 rupee or dollar or dirham, whatever your currency is, you will see a psyche building in you, a habit building in you. So it is never about how much money you have. It is about what are the new money habits you are going to inculcate in your own self. So, moving forward, I am too busy to put a lot of time and energy into learning. If I become rich, that's great. If not, that's fine too. Because if this is the case, you will see this is not 100% commitment. And you need to be 100% around creating money. Then only you will achieve faster and big results. Did you see anybody saying that I'm 99% pregnant? Either you are or either you are not. So even the work done or even the goals, they finish only with 100%. 100% commitment, 100% achievement. There is 99 is not the play we are looking for. So I can make it on my own. I don't need help from others. Check this, because generally we operate individually. And if you want to grow big, you have to operate like as a team to be a big people. See all the big people. So, and asking, you can write, asking for help is an underrated skill. By being rich, I'll prove myself. So this is richness, and anything you have this around proving your own self, or having your own self in that manner. So some specific incidents now we will look which actually changed your life. So there might be many incidences, there can be different incidences, but this is a very common example and might be one of your father, as you shared, that he used to give the money and he never used to expect the money back. So he might have had this kind of experience. So what is the experience around your experience around money? You need to please identify here. So what did you experience when you were young around money, wealth, and rich people? These experiences are actually extremely important because they have shaped your beliefs, or rather illusions, because these are coming from your past. And generally, as human beings, the patterns which you are having right now, see, you are in a training, now you are writing, you are observing, you are working on your patterns. Otherwise, you were doing this unconsciously and it was coming from your past. For example, now let us see this example. Rahul, this is an example, and you see your life. Lent a money to his friend Ajay. He never returned. Rahul lent money to another friend, Rajesh. He also never returned. Rahul lent money to another friend, Sanjay. He also didn't return. So Rahul developed a belief that never lend money to your friends. They will never give you back. So in one of the chat box right now, somebody of you shared about your father. Might be he had these events and experiences. So now I want you to write a description of an early emotional incident involving money and write down the conclusions you came to as a result of this incident and how these conclusions are still affecting you so far. So, if I will see my life, what is one incident which is an emotional incident? So what I see is, used to give a lot of money to get back love from people, to get back importance from people. And even at times, I got a lot of respect also when I made donations. These were not very huge ones, but even I knew which amount, which place. And I did it actually more than helping. When I see right now, the psyche was to get this appreciation in return. Because in my childhood, being the eldest sibling among the four, my parents were extremely loving, good. Everybody, all of you had very loving parents. But see, these are, the whatever we as individuals, we grasp it. Because our patterns, it's not actually that you will be in a good environment and everything good is happening, still you will catch the good. This is still the explanation is not there how you pick the patterns. Actually, wherein you get a bit influenced or scared, both more, you choose it, you just get it. So even I didn't get attention in my childhood. And I did not, I have to say this, I didn't get love because I had a very strict, that experience, if you will recall in myself, is of very strict parents while they were doing their best part. But I didn't have the experience of love. So I always looked for love outside. Now, when I see in my friends taking responsibilities, so can you see? So emotional incidence is, giving people gifts, monetary. I recall, it is trying to bribe people or trying to, get relationships with money. And even I used to judge relationships when they will not give me gift or they will not give me money. Another example of my life, because I will never give anybody, I will never lend anybody money. This is also there, distrust as a pattern. So you please see your incidents. Do you have some incidents? Please share in the chat box. Did you find any incidents? Are you recalling any incidents? Any emotional incidents involving money? Please type in the chat box. I will give you another example of mine. But you are invited to see your life. So I have seen that because there were so many arguments around money, so I decided that I will not ask money from anybody. So asking for money was a problem for me. So even when I was doing my business, I could not ask my clients for money. And people used to see that even if, like they were not able to, as a principal, they used to look for me for discounts because I will not argue so much around money. I will easily like give people what they want. Money conversations were uncomfortable for me. Now you see a difference in me. I come in my coaching, in my programs, and I sell my programs. While I even love the people who don't join. Can you see a difference? But how it impacted my personal life was, how it impacted was because I never asked money from my husband. So there came a time after many years that when our house needed construction, I when my house needed construction, and he was not participating in the household chores because he said you are earning more. I was into business, he was in a job, so our money was not divided. I was putting all the money in the house, but this was a time I required money from his end. So do you know the same kind of fights happened, discussions, arguments, fights, and then came a conclusion that he would give this chunk of money every month to the house. Till that time, for many years and years, there was no money participation. So can you see how difficult the intimate relationships also get impacted by these incidences? So do you see? I cannot see comments. I'm waiting for your comments. Did you see any incidents from your life? If yes, please share in the chat box. A little you can share what incidents came right now. Are you sharing? Please do this work very seriously, because it will really have you release when you will find these incidences and when you will see your patterns. Okay, yes, I see the incident that I was not asking from money from others. Beautiful and very powerful, because when you really get to see, when you do this kind of work on your own self, I want to show you my book of self development. This is my book of my working on my own self, because this is the way you have to work on yourself. See, this is such a thick book, and this is on a serious note I'm showing you. So this much work you have to do on yourself, and you will see a transformation in you. As I want to show you also my money book. So this is a money book wherein I write. Earlier I was not a person who will write. Still there is lot of discomfort to write small money, but I am generally into a practice that I will write all incoming and outgoing. And that is why I am teaching financial parenting, because when I am working with you, I just cannot come here and just share and say anything. I have to be honest and I have to be true to myself. Then only this learning, teaching will reach you. So at that time of Corona, we both were ideal. So more cooperation were needed from both sides. Okay, got it. So yes, and another share is also I'm waiting. Please everybody participate, because when you will participate, this will become very interesting. So you got this, and you saw that most investments rather than with the bank are too risky. This is even my in my thinking also. But see, now even banks are risky. So can you see? This was a block, because you cannot say about bank also. Anytime the bank declares anything and it's like a news headline, and banks like real government banks and government big financial institutions declare their bankruptcy, which is so like shocking. Second is, I don't feel good enough to become rich. Realistically, chances are I'll never become rich. Actually, I used to feel it that I'm good where I am satisfied, and I'm quite good. It was never that happiness, and that what do I say, that drive to be rich. Now the change which I see in myself, that yes, it's a good idea to travel in a business class. It is a good idea to go to Bull Arab and have a coffee there. It is a good idea to be with rich collaborators and all my rich clients and teaching everybody about richness. Otherwise, this was not drive. Earlier, the drive was to do more good work so that I get good name and love and respect. But now with this work, the change in me is I feel with money also I can get respect. And there are people, if you will see, rich people whom we respect also. So I am not very good in the area of money and finance. Do you feel so? Because these incidences, they give us some beliefs. Do you believe this? I am not very good in the area of money and finance. I'm working on this. And that is why learning. If I really strive for my goal and I don't succeed, I feel like a failure. This was with me. Whatever I do, I wanted to be successful. Fear of failure was at DNA cellular level in me. And I can see one incidence of failure in it. Like this, you have to catch the incidences. I will share mine in short. In 10th class, I was generally a very average student, a very naughty, but something happened in 8th, ninth standard, and I started studying, and I became a brilliant student. I started getting very good marks, and my parents also started appreciating me. And they started talking about me to everybody, that in Hindi they will say that she will become a doctor. She is a very good girl, and I was my parents' good girl actually all time. This was all time my struggle. Until now, it is like they still say. So we get labeled among the siblings, the good girl and the bad girl also. Like my sister again was compared. Be a good girl like her. Be a good girl like her. So in 12th, 11th and 12th standard, I was sent somewhere to become a doctor so that I become an internal candidate and I fight that MBBS exam. But as I was out of home, I felt very homesick and I could not study. I started bunking my classes, and there was in hostel. This was like college. Nobody checked me, and I was with friends cooking and just gossiping. And the time went by, and I got very less marks in 12th. It was a second division, and I could not imagine this with me as a student because I was in overconfidence. So for 6 months, I was in literally depression. And I have seen this failure very closely. I felt that I should not live. It was that moment. But my mother supported me. And I again gave that corrective exam system is there. So I could improve my marks a little. And then the Indian Army opportunity came and AFMS exam was there, Armed Force Medical School. So this fear of failure, Nahi, really worked. She thought, this should not be again an experience for me. And I really worked hard. And since that time, after that, this failure had an effect on my psyche so much that wherever I was always doing this. I was on top. Like even in army, you have seen my gold medals and my career and everywhere. But for that, I really compromised underground. I was never a happy person. I was a true, extremely workaholic person. I am still a workaholic person, extremely workaholic, but now I enjoy my work. And now I balance my relationship. Health also, I am taking care. This is an area. But can you see, do you see something in you as a belief? From one incident, it is still running your life. I don't like selling or promoting. This was with me. Now I feel I am selling for your own good. How many of you felt that I sold you this right program? Yeah? How many of you feel so? That 15 days we are pulling and pushing you as a team. That, do more. I am not smart and intelligent enough to become rich. My pattern is, am I good enough? I am working on it. It has loosened. See, these patterns loosen. They never disappear. For disappearing, you need to do a very hard work. So, can you say yours? So, I have to contribute. Nilima helped more. Very good. So, did you find any incidents in your life which is still now affecting your belief system? Any of you? Any of you? Because then we have to move to identify the primary source of your primary block, this money block. So you have to write here, I learned this from. How you will write is, I learned this from my father who had no time and no money for us while he was working in a job. Okay, for me. So like this you write yours. Are you writing? Very good. Please write it. I will show you the previous slide. I learned this from. Where did you learn this from? You can share in the comment also. You can write in the comment. Have you written? Once you have written, please say done. Have you written? Please write done. Okay, thank you. Others, please, can I request you to please do it? Because see, this is a lot of action work. So now there is an assignment which is coming to you. You have to analyze the three primary source of your blocks, the top three blocks. You have seen so many, no? And you are also having this. You can refer to the PPT and you can, I've given you the primary blocks, and from there you can see and you can write your blocks. Now we will identify how these blocks are impacting you. They are impacting you because you do a lot of overthinking around money. Yes or no. You cannot take money decision. One of the participants said, I don't trust myself among you. Then you said, Madam, I trust you. Then I said, if you trust me, you pay the money. But can you see the trust, indecision, and still many of you are still, when you are being suggested something around money, a pathway to achieve anything, you still have doubt, you still want to think. Can you see indecision, money decision, fear, whether this will happen, whether Nahid ma'am will be able to give result or not? What about if Nahid ma'am is there with you? Like this, you see, I am always available to you for your problems. Like this, you see where all this indecision, this fear, and this is actually what this is causing you in your life is you are not able to move forward. Is your life moving forward? You step forward and then you go two step back. So is this progress? Is this the real good progress? You think about it. So this is actually leading to also one of the impact, a common one is procrastination. That you feel guilty, you are inactive, then you make excuses. And then this becomes a cycle. You are not playing as you are meant to be, as your potential is. Even I feel that I'm playing smaller and I'm present to it. And then I see, though, no, I have to play bigger, like this. So this is also one of the impact of these beliefs. So overcoming your money blocks leads to such experiences. And now the results which you want, that money should flow effortlessly in your life. There should be an energy momentum, state of momentum in your life. So you need to handle these internal resistances very effectively. And now this is a bonus tip. I'm going to teach you how to handle internal resistance, overthinking, procrastination, fear, self-doubt. So you have to actually, this work is required for internal resistances. What is the work? Don't overthink or analyze. Just go through it and just take action what you need to do. And just take the action. Work no matter what. As if is it not necessary to mean things only that you love? Sometimes when you say, when you commit, you have to just do it for the sake of doing it. And you must have the ability to drive and be determined to do. Like action, action, action. Practice, practice, practice is the way to confront your internal resistance, and you will see that resistance like not gripping you so much. And here what you can do is, don't do this alone. Make everything a play, you write it, and a game. And play this game with a team. See, in everything you will need a team, everything. Anything you will just name, I can create a team around it. So, can you see? I learn how to work hard and manage money with hard earn. Yeah, I told you, this is a habit to manage money, and you have to just start with a small amount. So now, can you put one topic of your thing where you will make it a play and a game? By now, you were not doing it. You were not doing till now, but now from today, after this session, you would be making it a play or a game. See, I will give my example. Please type in the chat box because we have to go to the topic 4. It's another 9 minutes more to finish the first learning hour of today's worldly wisdom called money, mastering money blocks. Can you please put it? See, if it is my cooking, it is a play. The work is distributed. I take help. I take also the menu thing. And then I take feedbacks also. How did I do? I click pictures. Earlier, I was clicking so many pictures and videos and sending to my mother. And now I send only to the people who are going to eat the food. So it is fun, because why I chose this area? Because earlier I was disinterested in this area. It was like a burden for me. I can take any amount of trainings. Trainings are fun. Being with you people is fun. Even in the counseling you will see. But this household course, the daily course, not so much exciting. So can anybody please type in the chat box wherein you will put, you can type in Hindi also, no problem, wherein you see that you will make a play. One of you is dealing health issue. You shared with me that you were unwell. So my suggestion to you is, make a health game with your friends' participation or your wife's participation or your children's participation, or hiring a health coach. This is one example, as I know your life. So can you please share? And then we will go to the next topic. What is that one area which is like a pressure for you, which now you will make it a play or a game? Please type. Yes. Please type. This is a trick. I have an Excel sheet of how to make game. This is scientifically. So what I am actually sharing with you, teaching you is actually a very profound practice. Which is the area now you will choose and you will work more? Workstation. Excellent. So you will make your workstation the work, all the work, the serious work, a distribution, a teamwork, a participation, where everybody is feeling, like a player and like a achiever, and they feel fulfilled and satisfied, and ultimately the team is winning. Very good, excellent. Others also, please, I request you to put that topic, okay, so that but I will move on to this topic. This is dissociate yourself from your own beliefs. Yeah. Now we will learn how to dissociate with the limiting beliefs, because these limiting beliefs are not serving you. The only reason you believe what you believe is because Now, friends, this is very interesting and this is very important. Can you please write it? Whatever you believe is the truth. I repeat, whatever you believe is the truth because your subconscious believes in it. And it is 95% your subconscious which is actually giving you the live results. So this is a very important work which we are doing right now. So this is not my way of thinking. Can you write this? This is totally false because dash and also because dash. I am giving you now example. This is not my way of thinking. This is totally false because your time and money is a function of your priority, and also because I personally know many people who have become rich without quitting their full-time job or business. So this is one of the belief where people think that you require a lot of time to earn money. So can you write this? This is not my way of thinking, and this is totally false because give a defense argument against it. Like you are like a person, you know, like what do I say, arguing against your own self. An advocate, like an advocate, you are arguing against your belief statement, contradicting it. Like if I feel I'm not beautiful, so I will say, I will contradict it. No, I am beautiful. If I say I don't know the investments, how to do it, I will contradict it. I will learn how to do the investments. I will learn it. So this is not my way of thinking. This is totally false because, and also because, have you done it? Overcome the internal fear. Yes. Yes, you can. Once you have chosen, you can. Have you written this? Everybody? Have you done this? First, identify your way of thinking. And then, okay, thank you. What about others? What about others? Now, this is, you have to write an argument against your top 3 money blocks. So, on every money block, you have to give 3 arguments. Okay? 3 arguments against 1 block. So, 9 arguments. Whatever your top 3 blocks are, just argue against it. 3. Can you give 3 arguments? Can you identify your three blocks? And can you give 3 just opposite defense statement, an argument against it, or finding new evidences? That's the opposite of evidences. Might be this will require a little work, but I invite you to do it. So thank you, everybody. You will be having the access to this. You can watch this again and again. And you are invited to do the daily practice. We are reminding you in the group. So and I will be giving you new practice from this week. It would be, see, whatever practice I give, you can share in the group how it is going. It will work for you. And I am measuring you. I am measuring you whether you are really seeing a shift in you. So please do this work. This work is going to help you because you deserve money. You deserve abundance of money. If money will come to you, you will be able to do so many good things and so much so much well being and goodness can be spread by you as a good person having that good energy of money. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. It was a great opportunity to serve you, and I'm really honored that you trusted me and you chose to do this work. So keep prospering, my friends, and just be very active next few days because we want you to transform your money blocks. Thank you so much. Goodbye and keep